how do I ask the next question which can put you in a spot, and I have failed invariably. But I'm going to start off, Ridham, by asking you what a lot of people on social media told me, that Ridham Desai mostly will sound constructive on India. Now, is this the right time to be constructive on India, considering that the AI trade is still alive and kicking? We have a conflict in place as well, and there is a macro shock.
Chalo, this is going to be a long answer, so you'll have to be very patient with me. Okay?
Perfect.
So, pehla na, see, I used to read a lot. Okay? And I think that's the most wasteful use of time. Okay? I'll tell you why. So, there was only one book to be written on the planet, in the planet's history, and that was written 5,100 odd years ago. It wasn't written, actually recited, the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, 5,100 years have passed, billions of people have come and gone, hardly anybody's life changed. Most people have read the Gita in some form or the other. People don't read the entire Gita, but they have read the relevant portions. So it doesn't look like books do anything to you. Reading stuff doesn't change your life. Only experience does. So then why waste time reading, right? Which is a good, and I've read so many books, and then I try to see, which book, and I don't do self-help. Those are the books I certainly avoid. I do history, I do geography, I do science, physics I love. I've also read books on chemistry and a few books on investing. But imagine, all that we know about investing is contained in books. And yet, people struggle to be good investors. So if books were working, everybody should be a good investor, correct? However, having said this and put this into place, there are some things that come out of books that stick in your head and help you when you need them the most. So one of the things I've read, and the funny part of it, I can't remember which book I read this in. But obviously this is an investing book. And I can't remember who wrote this. But the line was that the point of maximum return is at the point of maximum uncertainty. So you have to make a call. Are you in an uncertain environment? So the most uncertain I have felt in life was in March 2020. I didn't feel uncertain during the GFC crisis, global financial crisis. I didn't feel uncertain in 2013 or when the tech bubble burst. Those were plain vanilla things. We knew that will come out of it. It was a question of time and how much prices will go down. But in 2020, I felt like I may not even live to see, the next 3 months. And yeah, tragically, my father did pass away. So this thought had crossed my mind, and I was sitting there at home and saying, this has to be the point of maximum uncertainty of my life, and therefore it has to be the point of maximum return. And so personally, I started buying stocks. And by the way, things fell 20% after I bought them. And then I bought more. And then they fell another 20. And then ultimately the market troughed. And then ultimately I recovered everything, and we know what happened. So this also feels like a point of great uncertainty. Not maximum uncertainty, but great uncertainty. We've been through wars before, and usually markets come out good from wars, because good things happen after wars end. A lot of good things will happen in India after this war ends. We will pivot on energy, we will pivot on fertilizers, we will pivot on defense, we'll become a beneficiary of data centers, and I can go on and on. So this looks like the best time to buy, at least in the last 6 years, since COVID. And now that doesn't mean that the markets can't fall further. They may. But we can't really catch the bottom, as they say, tops and bottoms are for fools. So one shouldn't be in that business. Now, hats off to Indian retail, because that's what they did in March. So, none of my institutional customers are watching this show. It's retail. They don't even need this advice, because they're already there. They're buying this thing. And I know a lot of people think that they are foolish to do it. And only time will tell that they are not foolish, because when you buy risky assets during uncertain